myself. I literally kicked myself. I was so mad at myself.
Why?
Because
you love to dance.
I do love to dance. But earlier on Monday, I put in my Amazon shopping cart the glow light up rings for the dance parties, the ones that flash and stuff. But I didn't buy them. I just put them in my cart.
You didn't buy,
Had I bought them because it was Amazon, I would have had them for this dance party, for my dancing emergencies. And so right then and there, my daughter, she says, well, Mom, order them now. And even then
always be another one.
Right. So I did. I ordered a whole 12-pack of glow in the dark, light up dancing rings for my dancing emergencies.
Was there a great turnout for this dance party?
There was.
Good.
That's all I want to say about that. And I don't want to talk about that. All right. Did you get my? I
did.
Yeah.
It looked amazing.
You know what? Angel loves a good dance party.
Absolutely.
But what I really have discovered is I am so spoiled by my favorite DJ. And you know, you just, when a DJ, here's one thing I have learned from my favorite DJ is feel the room. Right? Just feel the room.
Right.
And work with them.
That's right.
Right? Don't work against them. Work with them. But anyways,
every DJ gets that.
I did order my 12-pack of dancing light up rings. I will be ready in case of an emergency, a dancing emergency, because you just never know when a dance party is going to show up. And I've got a new disco ball dress as well.
I saw a photo of your disco ball dress.
It is totally
a disco. Just like a disco ball.
It is a disco ball
with curves,
but it is a dress, and it is all the little blingy things that catch all the light. Yeah, it's a little over the top, but apparently so am I.
With all of this purchasing that you're doing, you might need some instant money.
We all do, right? Because it's the holidays. We are spending, and so. Like any small business, there may just become a season, maybe even just a short time period where maybe you just need a little extra cash flow. Maybe you want to do some investing. Maybe you just need to make a payroll. And I have yet to find the entrepreneur who has too much money.
Right.
They just had too much money. Now, sometimes we end up at the end of a quarter, even the end of the year, and we didn't spend money we were budgeted for a certain thing. And so,
that happens.
And so that's not the same thing. No, we didn't do the thing we budgeted. And so here's the money we were supposed to spend on repairs or inventory. Well, we need to spend it on repairs or inventory. That's not the same thing. We just haven't spent it yet.
Right.
But if you need to make some instant revenue, then I found this gal. Her name is Michelle Pippin. She's known as the woman who could find money under a rock. She has a basic formula for instant income, and I love it.
I love it too.
She says, identify waste and sell it.
Identify waste
and sell it. Here's
like waste, not like the toilet.
No, here's how a couple things that she has said. She says in her practice, she's sold half-price VIP days when a formally scheduled VIP day is canceled at the last minute. And so she only announces those to existing clients. And so only those on her official waiting list get the half-price day if something got canceled.
Right.
She says a service-based business with a retail storefront had some extra space. Wasted space, right? Extra space. They leased it to a local artisan to sell goods on consignment.
We know somebody who does that.
Yep. A tea house had a converted attic that they rented to a photographer who turned it into a studio. Some wasted space, right?
How about this one? An attorney who'd been taking Mondays off for 3 years decided to offer consulting services to other less experienced attorneys during that time. And that's something he was doing for free anyway in a small town. The same exact model has been used by a lot of clients who's maybe therapists or chiropractors. Take this time to invest back into your own community, making all people better. Right.
And you were probably doing it for free, but now you create that wasted space and turn it into revenue. How about this? A dentist who was only working a few days a week ended up opening up a dental assistant school in his existing practice, bringing it, right? And so think about the waste. And here's a couple of places that you can find waste, things that you are underutilizing or doing for free anyways. Your space, right? We talked about retail space. Do you have an extra office that you're not using, a conference room? Are you only using it during the week? What about on the weekends? Are there days that it is going unused, or is it always? Is there a full space that is just never even being used? Even if it's storage. If you've got extra storage space, people always need more storage space. What about canceled appointments?
Canceled appointments.
It happens all the time, right? People cancel their appointment. You were holding that space for them. Could you now, for people who may be on a waiting list or your existing database, few VIP clients, offer them half price appointments?
If you can come now.
Right. Because otherwise some money's better than no money.
Absolutely.
Right. And so,
and talk about, many of those people who make appointments. If an appointment is canceled for today, go to the people who had to go 2 weeks out and say, make that call
and bring them in earlier. So then that opens up that 2 weeks out in the future. The airlines used to do that, right? You would go in and you were there earlier for your flight.
Right.
They'd get you on that earlier flight because that meant they could sell that later seat later.
Right.
So think about that wasted time. Can you bring in people that do have appointments later, bring those in earlier, and sell that extra space later? How about man hours of your staff? Are there times that they're just sitting around? Are there times that they're not, downtimes? What else can you do with either eliminating that or give them extra income? Or could we teach a class? Could we use that downtime and bring in students and teach them something?
And the chances are you're probably, like we already said, we're already giving it away, right? People will take everything that you give them. But if you take that same thing that you would normally give them for free and turn it into a reasonably priced training opportunity, they will pay for it because they don't know anything different.
Sam Beckford, I don't know who he is, but he used to say there's never a lack of money, only a lack of creativity. And she says, now this is the good news, right? So if we aren't making money, especially as entrepreneurs, it's not because there's a lack of money and it's not because there's a lack of business. It's just a lack of creativity. Now, the bad news is, she says, we need to become more vigilant about our profit, about our income, and monetizing whenever and wherever we can.
The fact of the matter is the economy, the news that you get off of mainstream media, the economy is all doom and gloom, unless you're listening to the Experience Pros radio show. And we'll tell you the straight up truth. And that is that it is all about the small business entrepreneur in the room. We're going to take a quick break, top of the hour news. When we come back, more positive business talk. Angel and Eric, this is the Experience Pros.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.